What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? You guys are now in the coach's corner with Coach Jay. Listen, guys, I've got a great show today, guys. It's not gonna be as long as our normal shows, but this one here, we're gonna talk a little bit about quarterback play. You know, quarterback play. As you know, in the NFL, there are a lot of talented quarterbacks, right? And there's a couple quarterbacks that I feel like they're underrated right now. And I feel like these two quarterbacks, they're very strong in college, and I feel like one of them has been playing backup, right? And he hasn't had his opportunity until injury came this year. And then the other one, I feel like this other one, he's always been a great quarterback, right? He's been a solid guy, and I feel like teams don't like his style of play, right? He's a scrambler. He likes to create, and he reminds me a little bit of a bigger RG3, right? But he has a strong arm, strong pocket presence. And I think I think he's in a great situation right now. I hope they keep him at starting quarterback when their main quarterback comes. But guys, these guys, I'm really high on them, and I think given the first one, and the first one we're going to talk about is Josh Dobbs. All right. So when we're talking about Josh Dobbs was a Tennessee guy, right? And the news surrounding right now, he was just traded to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, why is this great right here? Okay, Kirk Cousins injured, okay, and he's done for the season. So this gives young Dobbs an opportunity. Now, however, they do have a young guy there that supposedly is going to start this Sunday. However, I believe the reason is because he's a system guy. He's already noticed the system, and I think Dobbs has an opportunity to go in there and take that job. He has a lot of experience. He's done well this year, and just let's just kind of dive in a little bit. His time at Tennessee. Okay, now he was a 4-year starter. He started 5 games in 2013, 6 in 2014, and in 15-16 he was a full-time guy during that time, right? And just think about looking at his yardage. He's increased every single year. That shows progress, right? He looked amazing with that Vols team. And he threw for over 7,000 yards, meaning he has the arm. He can get it done. The biggest thing with him is just, having time to develop and get better. Okay. Now, with the Vikings, with this team this year, okay, when Arizona, this year, Kyler Murray wasn't there. He was injured. And Kyler Murray's on his way back now, coming back from injury. However, he was completing 62.8% of his passes. And as a quarterback, you think about that's a pretty good number. Of course, you want to be around the 70s, but 62 from a backup quarterback, I'll take that. I'll take that any day, okay? And he has 8 touchdowns. He has the turnover ratio. He has more touchdowns than he does have turnovers. And you want to look at as a quarterback, you want that from your quarterback, okay? And I like his numbers don't really jump off the page, right? But they are numbers that are respectable. You can respect the type of quarterback like this, okay? And let's dive in a little bit from the fantasy aspect. From the fantasy aspect, he's right now listed as the 12th quarterback when you're talking about who's the top quarterbacks, right? He's number 12 in ranking. And think about your backup quarterback is number 12. That's a lot of value. So as a team, I see value. We got a starter coming back. Have an opportunity to get this guy, ship this guy off and get some assets back. That's what you want, okay? In his last game, he threw for 208 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions. However, listen, you can fix those 2 interceptions. Could have been 2 bad reads, or it could have been on the receiver, but that can be fixed. 208 yards against Baltimore defense, very stifling defense, and consider he's not the starter. I mean, it's week 8. He has 8 weeks in, but I take it that's a pretty good number. 146 the week before versus Seattle. Seattle's a tough defense to play against. However, 146, we need more yards than that. However, I think with the right system and the right coach, he will flourish. All right, and that's my first guy. That's my first guy. I think Dobbs is gonna be a possible. He's gonna be a great replacement for Kirk Cousins down there. They got a lot of weapons down there, and I think that he's gonna have an opportunity to really showcase what he can do down there. My next guy up is Tyrod Taylor. Yes, Tyrod Taylor, the former Bill. Now, I liked him when he was down there in Buffalo. I liked him all these other stops he was at. But him right now in New York, Tyrod Taylor, last game rejuvenated that offense. He gives them a second element, the quarterback run. And when you think about when you don't have a great offensive line, you need to have a solid quarterback that can read the defense, that can be mobile, scramble, get outside the pocket, and extend the play. And that's the type of guy he is. And the defense has to honor that. You know, in the NFL, when you can outrun defenses, and now they've got to key the quarterback. We got to keep a guy in the box, or we got to keep a spy, or we've got to have some alert calls and things like that to keep up with the quarterback. All right, now that's one less guy you get on the defense to defend those passing concepts or to rush. I like the way he looked last week. He threw an amazing touchdown pass down the sideline. I love the throws. Love the reads from him. I'm excited to see how he continues to progresses in that offense. And when the quarterback does come back, I hope they continue to stick with him. He really revitalized that offense. He looks great along with Saquon side by side, man. And they look great together. I can definitely tell you that. But there's so many other quarterbacks in the NFL right now that looks great. We know Mahomes all day. CJ Stroud, we got those guys, but this is one guy right here that these are two guys right here. I feel like they're underappreciated a little bit right now, and I feel like they can really take that next step, that next leap, and really kind of prove, hey, look, I can be the guy, I can be the franchise guy, and Tyler Taylor, he hasn't really got his shot like he should. And I think that's a guy that Carolina should have thought about bringing in. You know, instead of bringing in Baker Mayfield, you can bring in a guy a little cheaper and then a guy who's also experienced, okay? Instead of bringing in those other quarterbacks they brought in, you know, bring in a guy who we know who's been very good at position, okay? We know he has the scrambling ability. He can run the offense efficiently, and you know, honestly, I think that would have been a better choice than Sam Darnold. He had a bad rapport with the Jets, but hey, these are the two guys I feel like they're going to be up and coming guys. But listen, this is it right here for the Coach's Corner today. Very short segment today, and it's just about quarterback play. Next time, I'll talk to you guys about defensive back play. We're going to break down defensive backs, alignment, might go in some coverage schemes and things like that. We'll talk about what is the defensive back, how it works, kind of go, educate you guys on that position on the defense. But hey, guys, continue to stay connected with us. Connected at Coach JR _Andrews on all social media platforms, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, next time on the Coach's Corner.